With that, welcome to the continuous reporting group kickoff. It's 1:03, so we're gonna kick this off. You move to the next slide. Oh, who gets to read the GSA legal disclaimer?
That is me. So thank you, Nicole. Before we jump into the agenda, and since this is an open forum, our legal team has provided me with the script I'm required to read verbatim. I'm speaking today in my official capacity on behalf of the FedRAMP Program Management Office at the GSA. To ensure effective engagement and transparency with industry, I'll be sharing information based on what I know at the present time. The information I plan to share today is provided to enhance transparency between both industry and the FedRAMP PMO. But it is possible that some of this information may change at a later date because no final decisions have been made at this time. My commitment to you is to continue this dialogue and share any new developments as soon as I can. Additionally, any reference in this conversation to any specific commercial product, process, or service, or to the use of any trade form or corporation name is for the information and convenience of the public, and it does not constitute endorsement, recommendation, or favoring by the GSA. That was a mouthful. Next slide. So with the legal portion out of the way, let's talk about today's agenda. First, we'll introduce you to the FedRAMP leads that are running this working group. Next, we'll provide you with an overview of our working group focus areas and how we'll operate. And lastly, we'll give you a mini demo on how to navigate GitHub and what to expect after this meeting. So now let's take a moment to go over some of the ground rules. More than 1,000 people are registered for this meeting, which is fantastic. But at the same time, we did need to turn off the ability to unmute yourself and to chat to minimize interruptions. And I'm sure there are plenty of questions outside the scope of this working group and around FedRAMP 20X. I ask that you please save these questions for the appropriate working group and place them within their GitHub discussion forum. Next slide. And my name is John Hamilton. Welcome and thank you for joining again. I'm the mediator for this working group. Sam Adelette and AJ Stein are the advocates who will be driving discussions and also answering your questions in the GitHub forum. My general role as the mediator is to provide mediation support in meetings such as this and in our GitHub community forum. I'm also tasked with scheduling and facilitating future meetings like this. Next slide. And a little bit about myself. I have 10 years of experience in the federal government managing FedRAMP security operations. Prior to FedRAMP, I spent 7 years in the private sector as a systems engineer and security consultant supporting the DoD CIO and DISA. Currently, I'm a member of FedRAMP's authorization branch. Currently, I'm reviewing authorization packages, reducing our backlog, and also helping to build out FedRAMP 20X. So now I'm going to pass it over to my co-partner, Sam. He's going to talk about his working group role and a little bit about his backgrounds. Next slide.
All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Sam Adelette, and now you see me with and without a beard, so you know what I look like in both contexts. I am the FedRAMP advocate for the continuous reporting community working group. I've been in the cybersecurity field for over a decade. I joined FedRAMP in July of 2024. Before that, I served in various private sector roles at Qualys, Cisco, and 38 North Security, focusing on securing public sector offerings, as well as I was a contractor for FedRAMP for over 5 years, working on continuous monitoring efforts. I'm also a veteran, having served in the U.S. Army as an airborne paratrooper. Over to you, AJ.
Thanks. So hi, I'm AJ Stein. I am a data scientist at FedRAMP, and I'm the other FedRAMP advocate for this community working group. Before FedRAMP, I worked in a variety of IT and cybersecurity roles over the last 17 years, both in the private and public sector. If I look familiar, it's maybe because you interacted with me in the last 9 months for my second time here around in FedRAMP. The first time I was a contractor in FedRAMP supporting some other automation projects a few years prior. Like many in the field, my training experience informed a lot of opinions and perspective on the security domain and all those subdomains, but I don't want to let that bias you in this working group. So that's all I'm going to really tell you about me for now. And in this working group, I'm here to learn from all of you. So like Sam, I can assist in answering questions related to FedRAMP activities as it pertains to this working group, clarify objectives for our standards and policies, and maybe even contribute to some public prototypes. I'm looking forward to that very much, and I am ready to learn in public with all of you. I'm going to hand it back off.
All right, so this is how our working group is going to be structured. So following today's kickoff, we intend to meet bi-weekly for 30 minutes to an hour. These meetings will be touch points to provide updates on progress, both within this group, the greater FedRAMP 20X community, and opportunities for live demos. But these meetings are not intended to be utilized to collaboratively work on activities, I should say, gain consensus or make decisions. The majority of the engagement work within this group should be done in our GitHub discussion forum. Myself, AJ, and Sam will work to facilitate discussions throughout the weeks and work through problems identified within the forum. Agenda recommendations and formulation will happen here as well. And next, Sam will be going over our working group vision and objectives. Over to you, Sam.
All right, thanks, John. This working group is dedicated to the next major iteration of FedRAMP. The new approach embraces what makes the cloud model great, like rapid iteration and continuous integration and deployment, rather than imposing outdated point-in-time assessments on the cloud model. DevSecOps best practices empower engineers to define the cloud infrastructure in declarative configurations with version control and automated function and security testing, incorporating the implementation, validation, and reporting of security requirements continuously. By leveraging near real-time metrics generated at the machine level, FedRAMP is establishing a more robust and efficient means for cloud service providers to demonstrate their security posture to agency customers. The technical infrastructure supporting this new approach will rely heavily on automation, particularly APIs and dashboards of trending risk visualizations that provide agency stakeholders with holistic and actionable insights into the nuanced risk landscape of their cloud systems. By leveraging infrastructure and security as code wherever possible and utilizing automated APIs and dashboards to visualize risk trends, FedRAMP aims to reduce administrative overhead, improve visibility, and empower agencies to make risk-based decisions through transparent, trend-based security indicators that move beyond subjective assessments. We've listed the target audience, but please know that this is open to the public and is not limited to the groups identified. However, please ensure that anything you share with this forum is able to be shared with the general public. Thanks, and back to you.
All right, so following today's kickoff, we plan on hosting a recap session in 2 weeks. It's going to be held on Thursday, April 24th at 1 p.m. It's going to be Eastern Standard Time. And we've also staged a few discussion posts about continuous reporting in our GitHub repo that we'd like your feedback on. We realize that not everyone has experience in GitHub. So before we close today, AJ is going to take a few minutes to show you how to navigate our community forum.
All right, everybody. I hope you can see my screen. Let's talk about GitHub. It is a platform for developers to collaboratively develop code and data. More recently, GitHub added a feature for web-based forums called GitHub Discussions. If you've used GitHub for development, you might be familiar with it. If not, enjoy a quick recap. When you visit a repository like so in the browser, you can click on the discussion section like so. When you arrive, you will see a list of topics from the community that they're already being discussed. By default, GitHub sorts the topics by those with the most recent activity. If you were to click into one of them, like so, you can see the original post from a community member or someone in the FedRAMP staff. In this case, this is one from our FedRAMP staff like Sam, okay? You can vote up an individual topic like so, but you're going to have to be logged in, and to log in, you're going to have to create or an account or sign in here. So I'll show you how that looks. If you already are signed in, you can be able to vote up one of the topics. If you want to actually react to individual comments in a thread, which is about a particular facet of a topic, you can do so like so. You can see there are different ones you can do on individual topics in a thread, which is about a specific facet. You could even go down and make a comment about a new facet about a particular topic that's in the thread. You can follow up with one, and you can actually write a comment about a specific facet that people are already discussing. And if you're feeling very bold and the inspiration strikes you, you can go here and you can create a whole new topic thread about a topic that is relevant to the working group at hand, like this one. So I hope that was informative. I'm going to hand it back off to John.
Great, thanks for the demo, AJ. So that's really all that we have for you today. Today's recording will be posted in GitHub. And if you have any remaining questions, please post them in our discussion forum. We look forward to engaging with you there. So thank you again. We'll talk to you soon.